we'll get it started.
Good morning to y'all. Just wanted to introduce ourselves a little bit and let everyone know, if you don't know anything about Florida Post, and about myself. Personally myself, I've been in the home inspector since 1993. Actually started a home inspection business in Atlanta quite some time ago. Got out of it for a while just due to the fact of couldn't make any money back in the 90s really at the home inspection business. But then came back around after being in the remodel and building business for almost 30 years. I had an opportunity to buy a Florida Post franchise here. The gentleman that was here moved to Connecticut, and it really worked out really well. I purchased the Florida Post franchise, and we're really taking off. I've owned it about 4 years now. Our company has grown, grew 71% year before last, 18% even on a down economy last year, and we're still up and growing still today. We're actually growing so much, we're looking for more inspectors. Some companies are laying people off, we're hiring, we're growing, we're really on top of our game, we feel. So Pillar to Post also started in 1993. We actually are the United States' largest and Canada's largest home inspection company that there is. Some of the reasons that I wanted Pillar to Post is because it is a top franchise. It's just like that Chick-fil-A. When you think about a franchise, what franchise would you like to have the most? Well, whoever complains about a Chick-fil-A. And I really felt the same thing with Pillar to Post. No one really complains on what we do. It's because the way we do it different than anyone else. So that's some of the things I wanted to talk about. In your brochure here today, there's one sheet that basically in your home inspection binder, one thing that we do on every single home inspection, if your customer is there, is we print out the home inspection at the site. We give them a binder with the complete home inspection in it at that moment. You have so many agents say, hey, well, when am I going to get it? Is it going to be 2, 3 days, 4 days? No, you get it immediately, right that minute. And after that minute, we actually will email it to the customer, and if it's okay with them, then we email it also to you. So you're going to get it that minute. Now this is just the summary page, and some of the pages that are in that, as a report can be anywhere from 10 to 15 pages up to, we've had them up to 75 pages based on what's wrong. But just for an example, this is the items we found wrong in that particular home. So one thing we do different than anyone else, if you pull out the next list, which is what we call the bunch list, everything we find wrong in the home, we price. We're going to give you an exact price on what it's going to cost to fix that the next day. That comes 24 hours later. So as you'll notice, if you could even match up this list versus this list, it's $700 to fix what we found wrong. So as an agent in negotiating with the seller, you have exactly what you need to negotiate about.
So who's doing the repair?
So basically the repairs would be whoever would need to do them. We're going to give you a 100% accurate. And when I say accurate, it's going to be within 10 to 15% on what other people are going to charge. Now we know for a fact that you're going to have some plumbers that are going to say, hey, it's going to cost you $3,000 for a hot water heater, and then some's going to say it's going to cost $1,500. There's nothing we can do about that. We can tell you what the fair price is going in our area, and if somebody's trying to rip you off in the other way.
There's a fair market value.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Fair market value. This is free. We don't charge any extra for this. You get this on every one of our different plans. Okay? So we basically have 3 plans that we go by. If you look at the little brochure that I sent out there also, we have what we call our Plus program, our Premium program, and our Prestige program. Our Plus program is going to be just like all the other inspectors do, except you're going to get the free PTP estimates, and you're going to get what we call PTP 360. And 360 is we're going to give you 360-degree photos of the entire home or condo or whatever it is. And when I say that, you're going to get the ceiling, you're going to get the floor, you're going to get the walls, you're going to get everything. Not too long ago, I had matter of fact, an agent here in Gulf Shores called me and said, "Dan, man, you saved my butt." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, well, when I sold the house, customer came in, we walked through it, she loved it, she bought it. We went through our final walkthrough, and she said, "You know what? I think some of this stuff's been changed. I think these light fixtures have been changed." Seller said, "No, we haven't changed anything. It's just the way it was when you seen it." So we pulled out the 360 degrees, all the light fixtures have been changed. Yes, so you don't realize how much that really happens. They take out stoves, put another stove in there. Take out a dishwasher, put in a dishwasher. Washer and dryers are huge to be changed out. But we check every bit of that. So we have it on video, the whole thing on everything in the house. Again, that's 100% free on our Plus package. When you get into our Premium package, which is by far our most popular package, the difference there is we do an actual floor plan of the house. So it's 100% accurate measured floor plan that we have a laser beam that lasers the inside of the home, and it's going to tell you exactly how many square feet's in that house and give you all the wall dimensions. The other thing that you're going to get in that Premium plan is you're going to get an IR scan. Are y'all familiar with an IR scan? IR scan is an infrared scan. So we take an infrared camera and we go over all the walls in the home, and especially in your bathrooms, if it's 2 floors, underneath your commodes, everywhere, to see if there's moisture inside those walls that you can't see with the naked eye. We also scan your instrument your electrical panels to make sure there's no circuit breakers that are overheated. We found, this is, in Mobile one time, we found a light switch that was 160 degrees, a light switch. That was on a 1910 home, but that's what we're there for. That's what we do. Unbelievable process. Also in that package, we do an appliance recall check. So we take photos of all your serial numbers and your model numbers of all the appliances, and then you get a report to find out if there's anything been recalled. But you don't only get it for then, you get it for the life of your home. So anytime a recall comes on that particular item, they'll send you an email and say, "Hey, your oven was just recalled for some such effect." So again, that's a totally free package when you get the Premium package. And then the last package is our Prestige package. And the Prestige package is, especially like when we have hurricanes down here, that type of a problem, and you're really worried about mold, this is where we put an air quality machine in the home in different spots. It pulls air into a pod. We take that pod up, we send it to the lab, and then the lab tests for any mold particles in that particular area. It's always the last one, right?
So are you saying, on the Premium package, you get the plus the extras that you said, and
Yes,
then
ma'am.
on the Prestige, you get everything, the 4
That is
plus?
correct. That is
the
correct.
mold?
That is correct, yeah. So we're gonna pass out, I was gonna hand you this price sheet, a little comparison on, everybody says, "Oh my gosh, y'all do so much more than other people do." You gotta be unbelievably a lot higher. And we're gonna show you, this is, goes right down step by step. This is a comparison we did on a home, kind of give you an idea. So this is the basic home inspection comparison. So we have competitor number 1, number 2, and number 3. Unfortunately, I can't tell you who those people are, but I can tell you that you can go on the websites and pull up all their numbers versus our numbers, and it's 100% accurate. This is just done on the 1954 home, 1,500 square foot, with a crawl space and a pool. And everything you'll see in the left column is checked, and then you'll see all the way across, they don't even do that. That's standard for us. We do that on every inspection. And then you'll come down at the bottom, and you'll notice our price on this particular one is $580. Our next competitor was $675. Then we have one at $649, and only one person came in lower than us. But again, they still never done the type of stuff. A couple other things we do is that we'll do any home inspection guaranteed, 100% guaranteed within 24 hours. Not only that, if you call us on a Saturday, we'll do it 24 hours, we'll do it on Sunday. If you call us on Sunday, we're gonna do it Monday. It's whenever you want us to do it, we will be there. We have enough inspectors in the field, enough people that work around the clock, basically. We've got one guy right now, we leave here out on 180, we're doing a $1.6 million house out there. I mean, we're always doing them within 24 hours. We answer the phones from 8 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. We make it a point, and I'm not gonna say it never happens, but we try to make it a point that we never allow a phone to go to a voicemail, ever. If you're calling us, or your customer is calling us, they wanna talk to someone, they don't wanna talk to a voicemail. So our phone system, basically, when it goes to Stacy, who answers them originally, and she's on the phone, then it rotates to the next person. It could be Alan, then the next person be Matt, the next person be me. It continues to rotate till you get a live voice on that phone. It's just something that we feel that is very important. And we work 7 days a week because what do y'all do? Do y'all work 7 days a week? Unfortunately, we all do. That's part of this industry. Doesn't mean that we're out doing inspections every Sunday. It just means we're available on Sunday if you need them. And we don't charge any extra. On Saturday, Sunday, it doesn't matter. We don't charge any extra to do that. A couple quick other little things. I know you got a lot of people coming in. So one thing I put in is a virtual open house. This has became really, really big, especially during the pandemic. So what we do is we go in and do a PTP 360 where we do all the photos of the home with a floor plan, okay? You'll get a floor plan of that home on a virtual open house on a pre-listing. So if you got a house that you want to list, then basically what we'll do is come in and do the VOH for you. You can do that. You can put this on MLS if you want to. You can leave it in the properties. We're doing one this weekend where we just did a VOH. They're doing an open house on Saturday. We'll be there on Saturday at the open house. We're gonna do a live feed. That live feed goes over all of our internet stuff. Just something really, really good to think about.
How much is that?
Okay, so it starts, if you want only the 360 photos, it's $179.
Okay.
If you want the floor plan too, it's $249.
Okay.
So very reasonably priced compared to a regular photographer that you may say. Just a great thing to do. And just some other things we do. We definitely do a lot of sewer line scopes. I know you don't get into a lot of those down here, but in Mobile we do a whole lot of sewer line scopes. You wouldn't believe what it costs to replace a sewer line. I mean, it's up there in the thousands. So just to let you know. So really, we're going to pass around. Unfortunately, we forgot our box. I'm going to pass around this so you can put in a business card and a drawing. And the reason for this, what we want to do is we want to give away.
I didn't bring one with me.
Hey, how wordy do y'all get on your reports?
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna identify a loose toilet? I need to know. Okay.
I'm sorry, what I didn't hear.
How wordy do you get in your descriptions in your reports? A lot of times, inspection will kill the deal just by the words that they use.
No. Well, we don't get too, well, one thing we don't do, and I'll tell you a couple of things, and I've seen other inspectors do it, we will never say you have to change anything. It's not our job. We always kind of think of ourselves as the doctor. We're gonna tell you that we feel there could be a problem, and for you to get a specialist in that field to see if there is a problem. Whether it's a roof, whether it's an AC. If the AC is not working, we're gonna allow you to know that this AC is not working. We're gonna give you the date of the AC and so forth, but we're not AC specialists. It could be just a blown capacitor.
The reason I ask is just, if I have agents that'll, we get an inspection report, we'll send it over there to them, next thing you know, they send an addendum back this long and says, you need to fix this. I mean, every little tiny, everything, that's why I'm asking.
I know, I fully understand
And
that.
they say, it's working great, but it's at the end of its
But it's the
life.
end of its life.
It's the end of its life. Who are you to say it's at the end of its life.
So what let's just say for instance, let's take for instance an HVAC system. So we do have a statement in ours that says that HVAC normally will last between 10 to 12 years. So we authorize you to have an HVAC person to evaluate and test the unit for them. For one thing is, and I tell everybody, they say, well, oh my goodness gracious, this is 15, 20 years old. Is this fixing to go out? And I say, listen, I've done a 1977 AC and it still works good today. I've done a 2019 and it's already gone out. You know, honestly, they don't make things good like they used to. I always say, hey, they don't make them like they used to anymore. Look at me. See, they don't make me anymore. So back in the old days, they made things that actually are pretty good. So we really know, hear that all the time about, oh gosh, we don't want you to kill the deal. I mean, you gotta look at some of our 5-star reviews on our website. You have to look and just understand who we really are. We go by the law, we go by what the state asked us to go by. But I had one real estate agent said, hey, I had a home inspector complain because there was a rock on the front steps and somebody needed to move the rock so somebody didn't fall. That's not us. We don't do that. I mean, we're gonna tell you what's wrong with the home. And then basically, yeah. So, before I draw for a free, what we're going to do is draw for a free VOH. So if you've got a listing coming up, or if you've got one that you want to have us to go in and do 360-degree photos in the floor plan, it will be free if we draw your name. You just let me know anytime that you want to do it, and we'd be glad to put it on the schedule and get it done. So I'm going to just let you see a quick little video of basically what the VOHs are and how we do it.
Emails I get. Okay.
I understand that.
So instead of cutting into our profits,
GoDaddy has the lowest.
Can y'all hear that?
As a busy professional realtor, your time is important. Getting a deal done takes a lot of work. You can't afford to revisit a property multiple times to show and re-show a home to clients, friends, family, and contractors. We get it. That's why we now include PTP 360 with all our home inspection packages. In just 15 minutes, PTP 360 creates an interactive, navigable, 360-degree virtual tour of a home. Outside, inside, every room, floor to ceiling. It is just like being there. Now your clients can revisit the home anytime from a desktop, tablet, or smartphone. They can also share the tour with friends and family. Key findings and pictures from our home inspection report are highlighted and can be easily shared with contractors to secure an accurate quote. If your client chooses our premium or prestige home inspection packages, they will also receive PTP Floor Plan, which produces a measured floor plan of the entire house. PTP Floor Plan helps your clients determine furniture fit and provides measurements that can be used to get accurate quotes for painting, flooring, and construction. PTP 360 and PTP Floor Plan, saving you time, getting you to closings faster, and helping your clients make a confident home ownership decision. Discover the pillar-to-post difference today.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we pay the $179 or the $249, we can use the photos and everything on our advertisement.
Absolutely.
We own that then. We can do
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely. So if we do a home inspection and we're doing the 360 on it ourselves, it comes with our logo that's attached. And on MLS, you're not allowed to have a logo of any kind on MLS. So we take that logo off, but that is yours to put anywhere. You can put it on Facebook, you can put it on any interactive, you can put it on MLS, you can do anything you want to with it, that particular one, it's yours.
Right.
I tell you, it's really nice because what we do, I do a bunch for one of the girls up at Elite, and we'll do a pre-listing on the home, and we leave our binder out on the table, and we leave all of our brochures and the 360 and the floor plan, and as customers come through and looking at that house, they'll know exactly what's wrong with that home. They'll look and know exactly how many square foot. not just an estimate, but a true square foot. It's really something really nice to have. We did a ton of these, definitely during the pandemic when people were buying homes, and we still do, but they're buying homes from California or Chicago or New York and never seen the property. What a better way to see the property. Now you see everything about the property from floor to ceiling, and it really works well. So we're gonna do a couple of drawings. I'll let Alan pick it. Okay, we're gonna pick one. We're gonna do two. Now I gotta put the glasses on, I can't say it. Laura Flash. All right. And then, let's see who this is. Hannah Harrison.
Oh, good, I need you to go tomorrow.
We can do that. So basically,
How long is it good for?
as long as it, well, so basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give both of these to Alan, and Alan's gonna send you a direct email, and we put you on the list and let you know whenever you've got a listing, whatever you got, and then, we'll come over and do it for you for free.
Okay.
Okay, so Steve.
Really?
What? I didn't bring my business card.
I like that trick.
You're out that for it.
That's great.
So one last thing that we want to bring up real quick before we leave, and it's really nothing to do with home inspections. It has to do with, basically mental health. So Pillar to Post is the leading sponsor of a brand new race that's gonna be on May the 13th, out on the Causeway. It's a 5K and a 1 mile fun walk. We're definitely looking for sponsors too. You wanna pass out those brochures? It's, we all talk about all the time, goodness gosh, there's so much gun violence and there's so many problems and there's so many drugs, and unfortunately a lot of this all comes from mental health, and we don't talk about mental health and we don't get the proper help for mental health. So what we're doing is we're trying to raise enough money in this race, and we're gonna do it every year annually, that all of the proceeds go directly to the client themselves. So they'll fill out a form, tell us exactly what they need. We'll limit it up to $1,000 per customer, and then we'll pay for their turns or time to go to their particular psychologist. But we're doing everything we can to raise enough money to get the word out. This is also, I'll kind of let you know, this is also being sponsored by BCAR. I'm actually on the BCAR Community Service Committee, and they'll be there also at this race. We're getting, there's a lot of other agencies that are gonna be sponsors on the back of shirts, and you'll see all the sponsorship information there as you may need it. But it's just something we feel we need to do in the community, try to get a grab on this, because if we don't, who is? It's just gonna continue. There's no way politics is gonna solve the problems we got today. They have their own problems, unfortunately. But thank y'all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Thank you.
I want to add
No, you're
real
welcome.
quick, I'm gonna follow up with an email for everyone, and it'll have